Well, hey everyone, and welcome to the first installment of the Gigg 101 webinar series.
Welcome.
Yeah, especially on LinkedIn, we get asked a lot what we're all about, what our philosophy is, and so we want to start putting out a weekly video with some tips and tricks, some strategies, and really everything is going to be under the Gigg philosophy. So this video today, we want it to serve as more of an introduction of what we're all about, what Gigg's all about, get to know the man, Scott Warner, a little bit better, who created all this, right? So let's start with that first question. What is the Gigg philosophy?
You know, so many brands and businesses are focused on what they have to say about their product or the brand. And when it all comes down to it, no one really cares what a brand or a business has to say about themselves. It's just the fact.
Yep.
It's all about what your customers or your members, your patients, your fans, it's what they're saying about you. And so we really help businesses focus on creating calls to action to get their greatest fans to talk about them. That's their greatest marketing team. It's their people, their customers.
I love that. Everyone's always worried about what are we posting? It's
right.
Like, yeah, no, what are they posting, right? What are you doing with it?
No one cares about the corporate narrative.
I love it. So you build the Gigg tool. What is Gigg? What does the Gigg tool do?
So it essentially does exactly what I just was mentioning. We go and find anything and everything that's being shared about you on the different social pages that we have APIs for, pull it into one spot. We call it the social inbox, and it allows you to see and look through all the good stuff, sometimes the bad, but we aggregate all that content in and allow you to moderate it and decide what you want to take and put to work for you, that content that they're sharing, because that's the stuff that's the great marketing material. It's what they're saying.
So we've got all that great content coming in, and frankly, there's a lot of social listening tools out there.
There are.
But we're all about action, right? So how does Gigg help you take that action?
Yeah, what I think sets us apart from all those different social listening tools that are out there is everything that we do is based on action. And so when you have customers that are saying great things about you on social media, you want to know about it. You want to see that.
Sure.
More importantly, you need to take that content and put it to work for you. And so our software allows you to see all that good stuff, and we teach you how to re-inject it into your social pages and also display it on your website in a beautiful way, and that really tells the story, the customer narrative.
Sure. So this is a way to drive traffic to your website.
Yes.
How does that work?
A lot of people ask what really makes you different. To sum it up, I would just say that Gigg provides tools that will help you drive traffic to your website in more effective and authentic ways than anything you're going to see out there. I think that really, really sets us apart. And so getting traffic to your website, especially this day and age, it is so crucial. And we provide tools that allows you to do that.
I love it. So let's ask this question. We get a lot, who is Gigg for? What's our target group? Who can we really see this benefiting?
That's one of our greatest struggles. There really is nobody that cannot benefit from the Gigg tool set. We really do provide something that anyone and everyone needs, from restaurants, retail, attorneys. We provide it to, restaurants and influencers, events. I mean, tons. It really does apply to everyone, but really anyone that really is trying to get people back to a website to either sell something, teach, train something, provide something, it works for them.
If I'm a business that wants to grow my social presence, how does Gigg help me?
Well, in many ways. I don't even know where to start on that, but if you want to build your social presence, it's all going to start with what those that are even if it's just 2 or 3, family members, your brother and sister and mom, right?
Yeah.
They can help you build your brand on social media. And so it just starts with a few people that know who you are, what you're about, like what you're about, and it's about creating calls to action for them, to engage them, to go tell everyone else about you, and then you capitalize on what they're saying, and it keeps growing and growing and growing.
I love it. Now at Gigg, we are still in the early stages, right? Like, we've got so much more to come. Give them just a little feel of what's next.
Man, our goal is to get this in the hands of any business owner, from an enterprise level, huge corporation, down to a startup.
Yeah.
It works for all types of businesses, and we want to get this into as many people's hands as possible. And we have some big plans for that, and so I can't wait.
I love it. Last question. I get this asked a lot. Where did the name Gigg, the double G's, where did this name come from?
This name is probably one of my greatest accomplishments, as an entrepreneur. I love the name, and it just works so well with really what the heart of Gigg is. Many of you know that or some of you know that Gigg was built for the music industry, and that's my passion. I've always loved the music industry, and really intend to get back into it and provide some great tools to artists, publishers, record labels, and so on. But when I initially started at Gigg, people know Gigg is kind of a show to go to, so it worked with the music industry. It also works with Gigabyte. As software has become so prominent this day and age, and everyone's using software and computers and so on. Gigg also is, kind of goes around the whole software side. And then my favorite part about the word gig is that people use it just as, what's your gig? What are you up to? What's your gig these days, right? So it's kind of just become a universal word for, I see it as passion, or,
Sure.
What's your passion? What's your gig?
Yeah, whatever your gig is, we're here to grow it. We're
That's
here
right.
to take it to the masses.
That's right.
I love it. We're going to have a lot of fun in this webinar series. We got a lot of great content coming up about branding, about working with influencers, getting your customers talking about you. These common questions we get over and over again. We're going to answer them right here. And
I would just say, for those of you that are looking to build your brand and be a lot more effective in the social media landscape, this is the place to come and learn. We're going to really put some good stuff out. So stay tuned. We're going to share some great stuff with you.
Awesome. That's Scott Warner. I'm Connor Dehlin. Until next time, thanks for stopping by.